Hey guys, it's Megan. Welcome to my channel. If this aligns with you, give this a thumbs up if it resonates with you. And if you want to work together with me, check out the description. Okay, you guys, really what I want to talk about today is, what do you want? Your job is just to figure out what you want. Okay, and a lot of people just don't actually know what they want, or they're living in fear that they're not going to get what they want, and they're continuously thinking about the worst case scenario, or that they're not going to get what they want, or they don't feel like they're deserving, or they don't feel like they're worthy of it, or they feel like there's some block in the way that they seem to focus on. They focus on their reasoning too. So there's a couple things here. Number one, we want to stop focusing, we'll figure out what you want. What do you truly want? Give that to yourself in your imagination. Okay, don't see yourself as having to do, A, B, C, D, E to get your desire. There is no prereqs to get your desire. Your desire would not be there if it wasn't a state of consciousness for you to fulfill. Okay, so you really want to go to, what do I truly want? Okay, what do I want? And allow yourself, give yourself permission to have exactly what you want. All right, and we want to let go. Sometimes the other thing I see is like people continuously holding on to the reasons why they don't think it's going to work out, and reasoning. Okay, so we kind of want to let that logic, and whenever you say yeah but in your statements, those are the things that are going to be blocking you. Okay, so we really want to stop saying the yeah buts, or thinking that we have to reason our way into this or logic our way into this, because that's not how this works at all. Our job, is to actually realize that we're creating our reality in every moment. You're a master manifester already. Okay, we just want to consciously choose what we want to create. And again, some people are settling for less because they don't even think that they're capable of having it, or have a lot of people might say, okay, I can have this when this happens. Okay, they condition their desire. So are you conditioning your desire? Because remember, you're the only person in your reality. So if you're conditioning your desire, you're making those rules for yourself. Okay, nobody else is, because everybody's just going to be a mirror to you, because everybody's you pushed out. So therefore, if you're making the rule that, I have to, get in really great shape before I meet my specific person, or I got to work through all my baggage before, I get married, or, I have to get rid of every single fear-based thought before I make this sort of money. Those right there are beliefs that are not serving you. You don't have to subscribe to those beliefs anymore. Those are your beliefs, okay? They don't necessarily they don't exist outside of you. You were just told by somebody else. And again, from thoughts that you've probably been thinking about yourself for so long that you've becoming your identity. So again, we're not changing anybody but ourselves. That's all we're doing. We're going within and giving ourselves what we want, giving ourselves permission, seeing ourselves as this person that can have it. Okay, there are no prerequisites. So you don't have to do anything. You already are inherently worthy of what you want. Okay, you don't have to do anything except just go inwardly and know that your imagination is creating reality, and that you don't necessarily need to come up with any of these rules that you thought were necessary, because nobody is judging you. You're the only one that's judging yourself. So therefore, you got to really work on accepting yourself and who you are, and letting go of those old beliefs that aren't serving you anymore. Okay, and one way, again, is when you're thinking about it logically, or that you're thinking it about you're reasoning your way through something. You don't have to do that. You just need to go in your imagination, give yourself what you want, create that imaginal scene. Or, sometimes I like to hear things, what would be said, what would people be saying to me, if I had this desire. What would you be hearing? What would you be doing? Would you be posting something on social media expressing your great news? Okay, you just need to go back and do that over and over again anytime you have those doubts, and realize that you don't have to, your end scene is what I'm saying. If your doubts arise, again, you would want to go back to the end scene and you know, feel it again and give yourself permission. Go back in your imagination, make that your practice, and realize that you are the creator of your reality. Okay, and taking responsibility. There is no good or bad, really. It's just where our thoughts flowing. Okay, what are we giving ourselves permission? And a lot of people are really not giving themselves permission to have what they want in their lives. They think they understand these teachings, but they're not applying it. Okay, and so I really want you guys to apply this. I really want you to start looking where your thoughts are and see if you feel like you have to prove yourself, prove worthiness. Okay, and I want you to stop doing that. Okay, remember that you're the only one in your reality, and you don't want to make up these rules and assumptions for yourself, because everybody's a mirror to you, so they're going to reflect what you have going on internally. So if you have this thought of like, I need to lose 10 pounds before I get in a relationship, or I need to work on myself, everybody in your reality is going to mirror that back to you and tell you things about that or something related to it, because that's how you feel about yourself in relation to that subject. So instead of that happening, if that's your thought, then you want to work on that thought, you know, and change it. When I say work on it, change it. You want to renounce it when you see that thought come into your mind, okay? You want to renounce it. And even if someone's saying it to you in your 3D, remind yourself that they're just mirroring what you have going on internally. So it really doesn't mean anything, because it's just mirroring what you think about yourself, okay? And your assumptions about that person as well. So therefore, again, if you're starting to think, I need to, you know, change all these things about myself, we want to renounce that. Okay, we want to see ourselves as somebody already worthy of that. Okay, you don't need to change yourself for anybody. You do not need to put people ahead of you. You do not need to earn their love. And if you're identifying with those things, you're going to be met with people in your reality that are going to continuously show that. You're going to be met with experiences, because reality is just a mirror to what you have going on inwardly. So to stop that, you want to again figure out, what are my true thoughts or my true desire. You also want to figure out, be aware of what your thoughts are too. But what is my true desire? If I could have whatever I wanted in my world and it didn't hurt anybody or harm anybody, or no one was there to judge me, what would I give myself? Okay, what would I allow for myself? And that's where we want to come from. Okay, we want to start creating that world for ourselves and giving ourselves as having the permission, you know, with no strings attached, just saying that we're worthy of who we are right now. And we also want to, you know, so be very clear on that, create an end scene and go past the end scene to imply that your desire is done. Okay, as well as then watching when those fear-based thoughts come up, because those fears are just lies. Okay, and I can understand that those probably feel very true because of different experiences you've had in your life, but we're transcending through those. We're now realizing that we are in charge of what's happening in our life, and we can have wonderful, lovely things, and we just need to keep persisting in that, in our imagination, going back there, testing the law, because it's always working, always has been. It's just a matter of, we might have some faulty thoughts that aren't serving us, and we're holding on to something that we might feel is a benefit to us. But in the long run, if we really examine that, we can let go of some of those, you know, limiting beliefs we have. We can let go of that. We can shift into a new reality where those don't exist, because you're the only one that is creating those rules for yourself. So you can stop, you know, creating those rules for yourself and give yourself permission to have what you want. And again, I'm here for coaching if you guys want me to help you figure that out as well. If you want to talk one-on-one about that, be more than happy to do that. But again, for this video, we just want to remind ourselves that we just need to figure out what we want. Stop arguing for our limitations, okay? Stop being so worried that we're not going to get what we want, because there's no one outside of ourselves. So we're really just changing ourselves into seeing ourselves as being someone who already has this desire. What would you be saying? What would you be feeling? What would you be doing? Okay, a lot of people talk about what they don't want. I want you to start focusing on what you do want. Okay, start giving yourself that permission to have that, and stop going into the logic and reasonings why it's not going to happen. All right, you guys, thanks for tuning in this video. I'll see you in the next video.